Hello, welcome to Making Doctors. My name is Zach Zimko. I'm the president of Making Doctors, and I'll be taking you through a little tour today of what Making Doctors is all about. What we are helping pre-medical students obtain acceptance at the school of their choice through programs, mentoring, and teamwork. Now, it is the Pre-Medical Society at the University of Delaware, and our goal is to give students interested in medicine the tools and experiences they need in order to gain acceptance at the school of their choice. We accomplish this goal through the use of meetings, which host representatives from the medical world, and seminars on various aspects of medicine and applying to schools. We also host programs which bring the medical world to the university and vice versa, and provide volunteering events which allow you to give back to the community and gain valuable experience for your medical education. On top of that, we have events which allow you to interact with students with similar interests and foster friendships among your peers. Because in the end, that's what it's all about, making connections. Who are our members? Now, they're students in pre-med, pre-dentistry, pre-pharmacy, and pre-physician's assistant. So we host a wide variety of students. They're majors in biology, chemistry, neuroscience, exercise science, engineering, and several other fields. They're students from all ages, so we have everyone from freshmen to seniors in our club. And most importantly, our members are people who are very enthusiastic about medicine. They enjoy the field and they have a real passion for it. Now, a couple programs that we have I'll talk about. The first is our medical school visits. So we take students from the university on a bus trip to medical schools, where the schools host us, give a little information seminar, and current students usually take us through the school and they talk about what the school is all about. We try and go to 3 schools each year, and visits take about 5 hours and usually occur on Fridays or Saturdays. Last year we visited PCOM, Jefferson, and Temple, and this year we're planning on visiting PCOM, Jefferson, and UMD&J School of Osteopathic Medicine. The medical school fair, and this is a program very unique to the University of Delaware. There are only about 10 schools which host medical school fairs, so it's a really neat opportunity to be able to work with the college on this event. So it's hosted by the College of Arts and Sciences, but it's run entirely by Making Doctors. The fair allows students to talk one-on-one with representatives from the medical world and medical school officers. And last year we hosted 10 medical schools and over 100 students. This year our goal is to have over 20 schools and hopefully 200 students. So it's going to be a lot of word of mouth, and we're going to need a lot of help from everyone. Medical Mentors. This is also another program very unique to the university. So it's entirely run by Making Doctors, and what it is students who are juniors and seniors get paired up with freshmen and sophomore and allow them to interact. It gives you kind of a buddy to have throughout your medical career. It's scary going through it. It's new, and there's a lot of information coming at you very fast. And it's nice to have someone who's been through it to tell you everything that you need to know. Now, mentors are paired up, mentors and mentees are paired up in a round-robin style, so you get to have a lot of say in who your mentor is going to be, and they have a lot of say in who their mentees are going to be. There are only a few meetings in this, including the Pre-Med Boot Camp, which is a comprehensive overview of everything you need to know as a pre-med student at the University of Delaware. It's a really incredible program, and I've heard nothing but good things about it. So we're really excited to be continuing this from last year. CPR training. Now, this is something brand new that we're starting this year, but it's a chance for students to obtain a CPR or a CPR first aid and AED certificate. Now, classes are at cost, so you'll be paying about $30 for this, but classes normally run at about $75 to $95, so you're going to be having an over $40 savings if you're a member of Making Doctors. This is highly recommended for medical schools, so they will ask you this on interviews. Do you have a CPR license? Did you do anything with first aid? So it's something that comes up, and it's very nice to have. It's also on campus, so there's no commute required. The nearest one to us is Delmarva, which is about 20 minutes away, so you're saving that driving time and the commute. And classes are offered at various times, so students with a little bit of a tricky schedule have a lot of options as far as classes go. Anatomy Weekly. This is something that is run by Making Doctors. It's 2 years old, and it's a newsletter published once a month. The articles are produced entirely by students in Making Doctors and deal with contemporary issues in medicine. Every issue highlights a medical school and includes a sample MCAT question to keep you prepared. It's something to keep you on your toes, and it's a lot of fun. It's our way of communicating with one another. Meetings. So we have a lot of meetings throughout the semester. We try and have at least 8 meetings each semester. Some meetings this semester are going to be all about osteopathic medicine, where you get a chance to learn all about the osteopathic art and everything along with that. Hopefully we'll be having medical students and an admissions officer and maybe a director of a medical institute which specializes in osteopathic medicine. Offshore medical school seminar, so you have a chance to talk with some representatives from offshore medical schools. It's always a great option. Presentations by medical specialties. Medicine through the eyes of a sociologist. Our resident medical sociologist, Dr. Ehrman, usually comes in and gives us a presentation about different issues that deal with sociology and medicine. So it's taking it away from the clinical aspect, giving you a little bit of depth and humanities as far as medicine goes. Volunteering around town, where we give you a lot of volunteering events that you can participate in, and organizations which focus on volunteering to get your 50 hours in for the HASAC. Armed Forces Medical Scholarships meeting, where the Armed Forces are going to be able to come in and talk to you about their programs. It's a really great opportunity because they pay for your entire medical school fees and give you a stipend each year. So it's a really interesting thing to look at. Medical School Application Strategy Seminar that's going to be hosted by me. It's a chance for you to learn the in-depth process of applying to medical schools. It's an art which you have to learn and develop. So to have a head start in that is going to be really nice. It's a great opportunity for you. And how to interview seminar. We're going to be working with a lot of students who have already interviewed, and they're going to be helping you out with your interviewing skills and giving you some sample questions. And there's many more meetings besides this. The continuing service project that we're hosting this year, and this is part of our volunteering department. So we're pairing up with Seasons Hospice, which is a local hospice, and allows students to gain essential clinical experiences. Students are going to help hospice patients through various projects. Local sites allow for carpooling and easy transportation, so it's going to be within the area. And we're going to be helping you guys with transportation. That's a big part of it. So possible activities include volunteering at the hospice wing, which is brand new at Christiana Hospital, working with Seasons' main office, so doing a little bit of paperwork, finding out about the really in-depth, nitty-gritty bits of medicine. And finally, designing projects that bring hospice into the community. So helping out, making hospice a little bit more known to everyone. Our annual 5K run, so this was started last year, and last year we raised $2,000 for Great Guys Group, a local charity. And the race had over 30 runners and several sponsors throughout Main Street and other areas. This year we hope to either continue the race or maybe even start a new project, something a little bit different. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about what membership is all about. So first of all, we have 2 branches of membership, associate members and full members. Associate members, it's $20 membership fee. You are able to take the CPR class. You gain our Kaplan discount. You get to go on medical school visits. You get a text messaging and email service through us. So we're going to be sending you text messages before each meeting and also emails in the weeks preceding meetings. You get to participate in our volunteering events, which is a great opportunity for you. You get to participate in the Medical Mentors program. You get a free t-shirt along with that. I always say that, you know, if you didn't enjoy your time at the club, I've spent more than 20 bucks on a t-shirt, so it's not going to be a huge loss for you. And you'll always get something out of it. And you also get a certificate of membership. Now, the difference between this and the full membership is that you are an associate member for 3 years and you obtain 10 membership points each year, you become a full member. So what that gets you is honors scores at graduation. It's just something to reward you for being a very active member in the club. And we'll talk a little bit about the point system later on. The other thing that's very important with this is you are not able to put Making Doctors on your resume when you are applying to schools if you are not a member, either associate member or full member. That's fine. But that's a very important point because when you're applying to schools, you want as much on there as possible. So it's definitely a very good thing to be a member, especially if you're interested in the medical field. Finally, the point system. So Making Doctors has a point system which allows students who are active to be rewarded for their dedication. It's not a punishment thing, it's a reward system. So students gain points from all the following. Going to meetings, so you get a point each meeting. Volunteer at Making Doctors events, the medical school fair, the volunteering events. Participating in the medical school fair. Being a medical mentor or mentee. Writing for Anatomy Weekly, and various other projects or events that come out throughout the semester. So it's a very easy way to just keep track, and it's not hard at all to obtain 10 membership points a year. So again, it's throughout the year. So if you have a hard semester where you're like, I can't go to meetings, I have clinicals, something like that, you're able to still participate in Making Doctors and be a full member. If you come write for Anatomy Weekly, volunteer on some weekend events, something like that. So it's a really easy system. So it's not complicated at all. But the last thing is why you should be a member. We went over a lot of these before, but remember the CPR class is a $40 savings. Medical school visits will probably be a $20 savings because you don't have to pay for driving there, and we schedule a lot of events too that wouldn't normally be for regular students. So it's a very different opportunity for you. You get a Kaplan discount. We have a we have a alliance with Kaplan, which allows you to take their membership course at a 10% discount. So that's up to a $200 savings. Text messaging for each meeting, participation in the volunteering events, medical mentors program, a complimentary t-shirt, and the chance to obtain honors course at graduation. Remember that you have to be a member in order to put it on your resume. So all of these things really are great bonuses of being a member, and you also have a lot of fun. I've had a great time at the club, and every member I've talked to has really enjoyed their time at the club. So, well, thank you very much for attending this meeting, and I hope to see you at the next meeting.